Thank you guys so much. Welcome to another episode of The Wave Talk. I am your host, Michelle, and we are back with season 2, episode 15, moving numbers around this bitch. Act like you know. Before I start into my topics, like I always do, I like to talk to my guests. How was y'all's week? I didn't get to ask y'all last time. Oh, you could talk. It was good. Y'all do anything cool? No. I didn't do nothing cool either. And it's like, I got shit to do, but I've just been putting it off. I got a lot of stuff to do. And I'm like, you know what? There's always tomorrow. Right. It make you so mad. It make you not want to touch it. And I'm like, Michelle, you really have to do this shit. Just do it. Have y'all seen that Shia LaBeouf video where he was like, just do it? That's what I'm telling myself. Yes. In that same pose. We gotta make sure he edit that out because I feel like he's gonna try to play me. But wait. Whole time I feel like I got a linebacker like shoulder stance. It just feels real big to me. It feels real wide. I've been working on unbigging my back. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like I was doing the same workouts, but then I'm like, damn, you don't never do nothing up top. So then I started to implement it a little bit, and I feel like it helped a little bit. I don't know, but I don't want them arms like Angela Bassett had on What's Love Got to Do. I don't want Tina Turner arms. I don't want to be strong like that. No, she was cut, and I just don't want to be that defined up top. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel there's a need to do that.
I mean, you could, but she was super like that.
I'm scared.
Yeah, she was super
Yeah.
she had like 1%
really no
body fat.
Yeah. I'm keeping my body fat. You know what I'm saying? We need body fat. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it, y'all. But let's get into our topics. All right, first topic. Is it worth it going to college?
It's situational.
It's situational. I feel like it depends on if you want a specific career, then yes. If you want to be a doctor, go to college. You want to be a, you know?
Consider worth it. What you want out of it.
Right.
Because some people go to college just for the network.
Exactly. I was just about to say experiences.
Just for the experience. Mm-hmm. I know I'm going, because you got to look at it. Look at the athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Like, specifically basketball players. They can go one and done. They can do
That's true.
They know they're not going to college for 4 years to get a degree.
Right.
But
I'm trying to get to the league.
I need to go play college ball for 1 year and be eligible for the NBA.
Right.
So for them, hell yeah, it's worth it. You know
right.
What I'm saying? But it's other people in other professions that apply to as well. So.
I feel like in this society, not enough normalization is put on other careers aside from careers based from college. Mm-hmm. So like a lot of parents will like, you got to go to college straight out of high school type shit. And it's like, no, you don't, because college ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. It's not. You can go get you a trade. You can make a living. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Entrepreneur.
You don't need a degree to be a CEO.
Speak, preacher. Say that.
You know what I'm saying? To put that on your resume. That's
to be an employee. Yeesh. You may rub some feathers. Ruffle some Girl, what? Ruffle some feathers.
I'm about to zoom in on that part.
Please don't. Please don't. But I do agree with that sentiment. Like I got, or I have an associate's degree from OCCC, but I only finished to finish because I had been in school for so long. I had somebody who was paying for it, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to waste all of this money. I'm going to just go ahead and finish. In hindsight, I was already doing businesses, you know what I'm saying? So I never even needed to do that stint. But initially, I could have swore I was about to be in sonography, and I was going to be a dental hygienist, and then I wanted to be a nurse. All of that shit required chemistry, and I could not fuck with chemistry. It's so hard.
Chemistry is different.
Chemistry is, especially if you're working a full-time job already. If you don't have time to study chemistry, it's not going to hit.
Right. It's important to know it, to really spend that, you know, our youth on learning ourselves and really knowing what you really want to do in your life. So you can spend your time doing that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because we grow up with these misconceptions on what's right or wrong, and we don't know what to do. We be out here lost just trying to find careers,
lost in the sauce.
And you lost. I even did it, and I knew what I wanted to do. I went to college in 2009 to be an entrepreneur. I majored in entrepreneurship.
Wow.
And then life happened, and You know what I'm saying? I ended up not finishing that degree.
Mhm.
When I finally went back to school, I went for audio production. And I'm still in both fields right now, but it took a
Right.
12, 13 years to get to this
Mhm.
point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When in reality, if I was already knew what I, you know what I'm saying, exactly what I was trying to do,
Honing in
just
on
have
it.
that big line without trying to get all these other jobs, without trying to do other shit, going to trade school. You know, we spend a lot of time confusing ourselves
We
as
sure do.
adolescents versus having that tunnel vision focus on what you actually want to do in life. And that's what it's really about, college or not. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Does it align with your true calling? Is it what you really trying to do?
Is this what you want to
You're
do?
not going to use it if you don't. You know, you can go to college all you want to, but if it ain't what you want to do, you're going to not end up doing that shit, or you're going to be miserable.
I agree. My mama got a whole ass master's degree and don't use it. I'm like, girl, what
There's a
you
lot of people like that.
what you doing? That's some big paper. You know what I'm saying? That's big paper you sitting on.
But it costs a lot of money.
It should be free. I hate that about America, capitalist ass country. Other country, that's what I'm saying. Other countries get to go in that bitch for free, get to go to university. But I'm wondering if we tried to go to somewhere like overseas, at like, was it Oxford or somewhere over there? Do we get to go for free? I don't think so.
It depends on how you go.
They have,
If you study abroad, you're gonna still pay because you're coming from America. But if you actually,
If you're a resident, yeah, citizen.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Doubling up.
flip the
charge
script.
you and sending them to free school.
They are.
I'm about to send you to a free school.
I'm gonna charge you here and then I'm gonna send you over there.
If they're gonna take one of their free students, bring his ass over here and charge him too.
Right. America, you dirty girl. Oh, she's so silly. Ugh, America. Okay, my next question. So Chloe Bailey's album recently came out, and if you all know, she is signed up under Beyonce. Now, she had only made like 10,000 sales, I think maybe the first week or so, and people were like, oh, damn, that ain't good. I'm going to talk about that, but the second part of it is people were complaining that Beyonce didn't promote it as well. So they feel like since that's Beyonce's artist, then she should have promoted it. I don't agree with that. Beyonce don't promote nothing aside from Beyonce. Like, she not about to.
She don't have to.
She may do one photo shoot and post all of that once. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Chloe was saying.
That's what they come with. And they talking about physical purchases probably 2,000. That's cool in today's day because not too many artists are doing nothing.
But they was saying that it was bad. Well, I don't know. I didn't ask. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, 10,000 is a lot. That's a lot of people.
Physical copies, and that's cool.
Yeah, if it's physical copies, then absolutely.
Like back in the day, but nobody's really doing
Nobody's
that.
buying physical.
It's a handful of artists that's doing that.
Right. It is.
Let it grow on people.
People are still kind of torn on her.
Yep.
They don't really know how to take her.
Mm-hmm.
She across the board.
Yeah, we found her with Chloe and Halle.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching them
And they don't like doing
On YouTube with
they don't
Disney.
It was classical
And
real.
then
Mhm.
really family friendly, but then she, you know,
She
unlike
changed
her
it up.
sister, she kind of did a full 180.
Yes, she
with
did.
Like, I don't want to say over sexualization because people can do what
We
they
gonna
want,
talk. Yep.
but it was a lot. Like,
It
lifting
was.
the microphone is a lot.
It's a lot. Like, we get it. The song is sexy, but we don't need to. We don't need
You know what I'm
to.
saying?
We get
Hey,
it.
We see it.
Prince
We
had his
see
ass
it.
out.
You said what?
But Prince had his ass out.
He did, but he didn't start out with his ass out.
All artists express themselves in different ways.
It was just a lot going
Get
in.
a microphone head.
But Just Scott been in the game for how many decades? It was just her launch
You gotta
that
give
took
artists
people.
room to do their thing, whether you like it or not. You know what I'm saying?
I just felt like it was a bit much. But I mean, what is that to say? That's a grown woman. She's 25.
That's the main purpose of it.
Pues
Whether it's selling
no
or
me
not,
gusta. No me
it's not
gusta,
good,
pero
it's good, it's good.
está bien.
There's some great albums that don't sell.
But I also want to bring it back. Like, it had just came out. You gotta let people live with the
Like
album.
last week,
This was a few weeks back. It did just drop though, but it's like people can become like or have like gold or platinum records a year later.
and this
You know
one-
what I'm saying? Just let the people live with
the
it.
credit that she's multifaceted because when you act and everything
She's
like
acting
that,
and
people-
singing. Yep.
Your fan bases aren't necessarily intertwined.
That's
Everybody
right.
Watching her act, they probably not all checking for her music just yet.
Yeah.
Give them time, they do their homework, they go. But
That's
right.
right.
Now, they probably just liking her in the shows or in the movie, whatever they want. So you know.
That's just like Coco Jones. People didn't know that she's yeah,
It took so
because she's
long
an
for
actress.
someone really to take off. Even
Yeah.
the ICU song.
Yes, it took a minute. I've been bumping that shit since
in the 405 Nation interview.
I
It was already
I remember.
And that shit took off months after that. They asked me what number one R&B song is out now. I said it's probably not number one on the charts or nothing, but this is a new song coming.
Beautiful
Now,
song.
that's it, like one on the chart.
It just take time, y'all.
You gotta
Give people time.
Sometimes, yeah.
Give them
To
grace.
assume that just because she's under Beyonce, that
Mhm.
she's gonna blow immediately.
Yeah,
Her
right.
is gonna do Beyonce numbers. It's like
That's-
that's like
you can't
you're
compare
kind
it
of
to every-
you
to-
can't
that's
compare
Beyonce.
to your mentor.
You can't.
She's
Beyonce.
Beyonce's been around since we were really
You can
fetuses.
Right, even before that.
So
Like, it's not the same. They can't expect that.
You can't compare nobody.
Like, she signed her. Like, I signed you. There you go. Not even there you go, but
that's almost like nepotism.
it is.
You know, just to assume that because someone's connected with somebody that they're going to reach maybe lifestyle little doors open for them.
Absolutely,
that are
right.
Available to others. Of
They
course.
already have. People have she ain't have them.
And that's the opportunity in itself. That's the promotion of the album in itself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like people was looking at it completely wrong, trying to give Beyonce so much flack. Get off that woman's head.
You shouldn't be judging none of these artists like that nowadays. The fans are so finicky. And,
So finicky.
Internet, they're gonna be your fans today. They might not tomorrow. That's just how it is. So most of our core fan base is building, which I'm sure it is.
Right, and she on tour and is selling out. So you keep doing you, Chloe. Don't worry about the naysayers. Of course, it's easy to get consumed into what everybody's saying on the social medias, but you got to tap into real life. People are really fucking with you, and you got to focus on that aside from the negative. So, my last question. Would y'all smoke with your kids? Yeah, I would too. I just had to. My friends won't smoke with their parents. Some of my friends won't.
Are they grown now?
Yeah.
Okay, and they won't smoke with their parents because of their decision or because of their parents?
Oh, because of their decision. But I'm like,
Well,
why do
some
you?
people ain't that cool with their parents. Some people think their
It
parents
gotta
are
be
cool,
that.
so they're like, I don't like my.
It gotta
And
be
some
that.
people do a lot with their parents.
Yeah.
They don't sit there and just fucking watch the game with their parents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's different. I do.
Me and my mama turn
Yeah,
up.
I'm saying, me and my
Yeah, me
parents,
and my daddy, we turn up. Yeah.
My dad.
They provide me. They provide me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my parents.
Right,
My
you know
dad
what I'm
was
saying?
DoorDash.
You should feel safe with your parents and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to do anything like that, it should be a safe space.
I agree. A lot of people were talking like, why would I do that with my kids? That's a terrible example. And da-da-da-da-da-da. Right. They're probably thinking of that because they were talking about
Kids.
They think
Coyle Ray. She was 16 or something. And Benzino was like, the fact of the matter is my child is already smoking.
She's 16.
She's already smoking.
And she gonna smoke some weird ass things down the street.
That's
I
the
don't know what you
thing.
smoking. You
I
can
don't know
lay
what you
down,
smoking.
Or you get too high off regular shit and they can take advantage.
Exactly. Come do it at
We're gonna
home.
get high at the house and we're gonna chill in your room. We're gonna eat this lunch or whatever.
Because at least I know where you at.
Come on,
I know that you're safe. I know what you're smoking.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
They even putting fentanyl in weed. They doing that. And it's like, what's the purpose? What do you
I
gain?
didn't witness these new people that they got laced, like for real. Like, getting laced with PCP, laced with other shit. They never bounce back. Niggas insane, you know what I'm saying?
I saw somebody fall out with a seizure from smoking at school. Yes. Yes. Just hitting somebody's blunt, caught a seizure.
You don't want to just sign your kids up for that shit, but nigga, if they smoking,
That's what I'm saying. At least
it's almost
do
a
it.
job. You know what I'm saying? You can't
At this
stop parents
point,
now 'cause y'all
right.
smoking. Continue to parent this kid through smoking.
It's different levels to
You
parenting.
you on your own just smoking.
No, you teach
Knowing
them.
damn well you smoke and they smoke, but you gonna leave your kid to fear for themselves.
Hell
That's
no.
not right.
You teach
Now your kid
them.
gonna get out here in these streets. Your kid
Right.
gonna get out here fucking around. You know what I'm
Teach them.
saying?
Don't smoke shit. You ain't see what
Come
went
on,
in
man.
it, like stuff like that. Like hell no.
Mm-mm-mm.
They even mess around and make the
You know what I'm saying?
Be high and happy.
Let's buy.
Nowadays, take your kid to get their car and shit. Leak.
That's what I'm saying. You can definitely take your kid to get their card. You definitely can. You might as well, because I don't want you to get in trouble for it. If somebody, like if a cop catch you on the street or something, have your credentials ready. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do low-key feel like a hypocrite because, y'all know I did have a child who was living with me. And at the time, she was like 15, 16, and she was smoking. Now, like we already said, I don't care about you smoking, but my issue was if your grades ain't shit, and if the house is, okay, so I just want to make sure I'm not too much of it. Make sure your shit is handled.
A 16-year-old, 15-year-old smoking ain't okay.
Right, it's not
No,
okay.
it's only accepted to the point where you get to that point where, okay, I can't stop you from smoking.
Because at least you're doing your other shit.
Okay, now I see that I can't stop you from smoking.
Okay.
Now let me control the situation.
Yes. Okay.
It's not about giving.
I was feeling like a hypocrite for a minute.
No.
No.
You doing smoking? Like you said, because first we got others to address.
And people were trying to like get on there. It was like, but you be smoking. It don't matter. I'm the adult in the situation. Your shit not handled. You can't.
Everything I do in and out of this house, I'm still responsible for you. Until you're responsible for yourself, you can't make any decisions like this. Otherwise, you need to step up.
Just step your shit up, and you won't hurt my mouth. Simple as that.
Step it up.
Step it up.
I should come and point out nothing you're not doing.
Absolutely. There should never be an opportunity for me to ever have to say nothing.
Smoking is extra shit.
You know what I'm saying? Smoking is extra.
That's extra.
You know what I'm saying?
That means you can handle all your shit.
What part of smoking clean? That's not fair.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Smoking clean. Smoking
And all I asked her to do, like, don't smoke in the house. That was my number one rule, because I don't want to come home and the house smell like smoke. No, it's different if I make the house smell like, but I don't want to walk into my, like, don't smoke. I got parameters around the shit.
Every asset of life.
To
I can't give you
everything.
rules and chores and rules, this and all this, but then your smoking is up to you. Nigga, I got the rules on all that shit.
On all of it.
The rules down on all this shit. You still
On
a kid.
all of
Otherwise,
it.
you become an adult and become self-responsible and all that. That's different then. Nah, that's a whole other
Good. I ain't no hypocrite after all, y'all. I wasn't tripping.
You was just parent. That's it.
Straight up. If y'all know Travis Scott, he got a drop. It says straight up. One day I'm gonna have a soundboard so I could just press it. Cause I be saying it all the time and niggas be like, that don't sound like Travis Scott. Yes, it does.
You kind of sing it.
Okay, anyways, but you get the gist of it. Damn, anyways. The group consensus is that yes, we would smoke with our kids. Better safe at home, okay? So those are our topics for season 2, episode 15? 15, yeah. I couldn't remember, y'all. The numbers is going up. You said what?
So we make talk about what we kept remembering.
Oh,
Talking to you too long.
that's all right. I'm not tripping because I don't even think that the person coming.
I hope the viewers was
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll still watch. But anyways, make sure y'all stay tuned. We're about to bring on our very special guest. Y'all supposed to clap. Thank you. Shout out to the livest crowd ever here at the Wave Talk. We are back with our guest, guys. Welcome, Ms. Nia Mone.
Hi, what's good? How y'all feeling?
Yes, I'm feeling good. How y'all feeling?
Pretty good. Not
We're
bad.
feeling good on a beautiful Saturday. Yes. Now, whenever I ask people, how are you really feeling? How are you doing? Dang. I mean, like, how are you internally? Are you content? Are you anxious? Are you whole? Are you nervous? How are you?
I feel like I'm all those things.
Okay.
I got different things going on in my life. Like, of course, music's been going well, but you know, then like my mom is sickly right now. So
sorry
if you
to
guys
hear
could
that.
pray for her, or however whatever
Yeah.
your median is to get to the universe, if you guys could do that for her, I would appreciate it.
Yes.
And then I'm a little anxious because I got some new endeavors coming up. So
Yeah, let's talk about it. What new endeavors you got coming?
So I'm actually getting into the political world. I have no clue how I got there.
Yay!
But I'm actually running for VP with Tasneem.
Okay.
Tasneem Michael. He's going to be the president of the Young Democrats of Oklahoma, and I'm going to be his VP. So we shall see. Like I said, this is something I have never done before.
Yeah.
Like ever.
You got my vote.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
When is election?
So I think it's coming up. I think it's either next month.
We about to spread the word, girl.
Okay.
We about to get to that position. Yeah, what else you got? That's crazy.
I'm actually working on releasing more music. I
Yes.
just had Norman Music Fest passed, and
Yes.
got some cool. I'm getting my first few dates outside of Oklahoma booked now, and I'm trying to grow that so I can start getting bookings in Texas and other states. So I'm just trying to grow. That's the goal this year, was growing.
Growth.
You know, 2, 3, we're ascending. You feel me? So,
I was just saying, this is the Jordan year. It's something about that 2 and that 3. I was telling everybody, like, this is going to be like the best year for a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
I feel it. It's going to be like the best summer. I already know that. But let's go back to Norman Music Festival. Was that your first or second time? How long? Or how many times have you been?
So that was actually my second time. The first
Okay.
time last year in 2022, I did main stage at an earlier slot, and then I guess they enjoyed it so much that they asked me this year to be a headliner for the West stage. So I was honored, and I really appreciate them
Come
for
on,
that.
headliner.
So, yeah, I was really honored. But it was so cold and so rainy, so I didn't get the turnout that I was hoping for. But the people who did come, I was really grateful for because there's a lot of familiar faces, other artists, DJs that I love, and then I also saw some new faces. So that's always good. That's always a goal to at least have one new person hear my music. So yeah, but I had a great time. I had dancers. I had some
choreography.
Oh yeah, the choreography was hidden. Shout out to Kira. Kay Fitz, she's the one who I chose as my choreographer for Norman Music Fest because she's a part of O City Crew with the Thunder. And she just has so much energy. I remember like years ago, I took a choreography class with her. And I've never forgotten her because of how much energy she has. And so when it was time to find somebody, I was like, oh, I know exactly who I need to pick.
And see, y'all never know. You don't know the type of impression you may leave on anybody. She said that was years ago and she still remembered her.
Oh yeah, she's crazy.
Shout out to Kay Fitz.
Yeah, shout out Kay Fitz. And then also Brittany, Brittany Shell, she's a choreographer as well. AK, and then my sister actually was one of my dancers. Her name is Janae. She goes by Smalls McGee on Instagram. She does more heel stuff, but she got back in her hip hop bag for Norman Music Fest. So I was excited. It was nice.
That is super neat. Do you love performing? Is it scary to you anymore?
No. So luckily, I've had an opportunity to get on the microphone so much that I have, kind of beat the nerves out of myself. You know what I mean? In fact, it's the opposite now. I think I'm more nervous talking to people than I am up there singing my music now because it's like someone else, like you go into autopilot or someone else takes over, kind of like how Beyonce had Sasha Fierce. It's kind of like that. Like you just go into this whole nother version of yourself so that you can get the job done. And now you're always nervous because you care, you know what I mean? But it's not as crazy where you're like, in the beginning, my throat would close up, and like the notes were not hitting. Like it was all over the place. So yeah, but yeah, I love performing. I think it's one of my favorite parts of making music.
How long have you been making music?
So I would say I started like late 2019, early 2020. Okay. So I started at a weird time. So I've been doing it for like 3.5 years, I would say.
That's amazing. If y'all like know her crowd following and things like just for that to be 3 years. That's amazing. Yeah, how'd you get into it?
So it all started, like, I've always loved music. My dad showed me Amy Winehouse before we moved to the UK, and she's from there, so I kind of was like, enveloped in her craft. And then, British artists are different. They hit different. If you ever have, like, listened to British R&B, anything, just tap into it a little more, and the way that they go about music is just different than American music.
The chills you get.
Yeah, it's, like, so honest. And so ever since then, she's been like kind of like my model when it comes to writing and everything. I wanted to be very honest. And I was in a relationship that they didn't really want me doing music. But then I got hit by a semi truck. And
hit by a semi?
Yeah. So we were coming back from dinner. And I was so mad. I was like, Applebee's better not be my last meal. That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy. But we were heading back from Applebee's, and on the highway, I just like look over, I'm in my little Veloster, look over to the right, and I had just gotten over my fear of driving, and I was like, oh, they look kind of close, but maybe it's just because it's a big car, and then they just kept getting closer and closer, and the lane changed into me, and I think that moment just kind of like, it's so crazy, when you feel like you're about to pass, time, you're like, it's the longest 2 seconds and the shortest 2 seconds that you've ever experienced. But it just made me realize how life is so fragile, and it can change at the drop of a hat. I could not be standing or sitting here with you today if if anything else had changed. So it just kind of made me realize, like, I have a gift. I've always loved singing. I hadn't started writing yet, but I just always loved music. So I was like, I gotta see where this could take me. People always try to say, like, if you don't start when you're a teen, that's too late.
Right.
But I was like, nah, I'm just going to go and see, like, where this takes me.
And we're so happy that you did. You touched so many lives. I was even talking to Jonesy, the love coach, and he was talking about you yesterday. He's like, wow. I just love her so much. I just love her. She's just so good. And he was like, did you know she was a freak? And I was like,
wait a minute. How we get there? How do you know that?
I don't know if you had said it, like, before one of your songs. Like, are there any freaks out here or something like that?
Oh, he's talking about Busted Wide. He's talking about my song Busted Wide. Yeah.
Like, she was like,
how do you know that?
Who told him?
Yeah, I was going to say, I keep a very wholesome image on my Instagram. How does he know that?
Yes.
But I do bust that one out. So every now and then, it's not a song that I do too often. I've never even seen him in the crowd when I performed that song. So how does
Girl, I have no idea. Right? He still had to have. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Yes, I am. Self-proclaimed buzz.
And you talked about how you got like that honesty, that vulnerability almost from Amy Winehouse in your writing.
Yes.
Do you write all of your music?
Yes, I've never.
Yes.
I want to work with people, but I am kind of picky, and then also people are kind of interesting to work with sometimes. We really gotta be like locked in, tapped in if I'm gonna let you write for me, because I'm saying your words.
Right.
And it's something about that, I don't know why, but it's just very strange.
I can see why it would be.
Yeah, it's very weird, especially if I've only ever written my own words and only saying my own words, so it's kind of weird, but I'm not opposed to it.
Okay. She's not opposed to it. So any writers out there, if y'all aren't like super interesting people, don't, you know what I'm saying? But if you cool, hit her up. Y'all might be locked in. You never know.
Right.
Now, you also talked about living in the UK. What the heck?
Oh,
when did you live in the UK?
That's
so cool.
I lived in the UK. So my parents are both military.
Okay.
I'm a military baby.
Shout out to the military.
Yeah, Air Force. And so I got the luxury of living all over the world throughout my life.
Neat.
So I've lived in Japan, Guam, and then I lived in the UK. And we got to live in the UK from like 2007 to 2011.
Wow, that's a long
and then
time.
then I moved here. So yeah, it was a cool little time over there.
And then, you know, pump.
Right, and then you're here in Oklahoma.
I'm not gonna lie.
They got stationed at Tinker. Like, damn it.
I'm not gonna lie.
I love
had
Oklahoma.
No clue
She's
what
cute.
Oklahoma was.
How's it with
I didn't, but get this, I didn't even know, my grandparents are from here. I had no clue my whole life.
Came home.
Yeah,
Right,
literally, which,
she came home.
when I found that out, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, you know, like, yes, Oklahoma, when I got here, was growing for sure. Like, the Devon Tower wasn't even done. But I was like, at first, of course, I was like, it's so brown. I was like, why is everything brown? But I was like, everything here is brown.
Oh, shit. The red state and everything
Yeah,
is developing.
the red
It's
dirt,
brown.
the red dirt freaked me out. I was like, why is the dirt red? I was like, this is crazy. I was
shit
like,
like
where
Mars
did she
or
move us to? But then over time, of course, like this is where I, you know, for the last decade and plus, I've been growing up here, but I was still sheltered. So
Yeah.
I would say like the last 3 years of me doing music is the most I've actually gotten to experience Oklahoma.
How do your parents feel about your music career?
I think my mom's super supportive. My dad, you know, he's a dad, so he's like, but what about the money? Like,
Yeah,
what about your, like, I know you want to do all this, like, fancy arts and stuff, but don't you think you should do something that makes you money?
Your
And I'm
dad
like,
voice is
yeah. But, no, I know that this is, like, I've never been more sure of anything else, you know what I mean? Like, I know that this is going to make me money. I've already seen the growth in such a short amount of time and how people really, like, you know, are gravitated towards what I'm doing because it is me. It's a part of me. So I love my dad, but I'm still going to do what I'm going to do.
He'll see it when he sees it.
Yeah, the money is coming. He will see it, I hope, one day.
That's how SZA's daddy was. And then he ended up just, he heard a song on the radio. He called her, started crying. He was like, I am so sorry that I wasn't supporting you from jump. Parents got to be a little bit more understanding.
It's really, I feel like it's more fear. They don't want us to have to deal with half the stuff that they've had to deal with, especially while they had us. Because I know, like, being in the military doesn't really pay that great. There's a lot of opportunity and security, but there's not a lot of, you know, pay. And they had 4 kids. I was like, y'all crazy. But they had 4 kids. And so I can only imagine that fearful mindset is coming from that perspective of, I don't want you to have to want for anything, and I'm not going to be here forever. So I don't want you to have to want for something, and I'm not even here to give it to you or help you with it. So I understand it, and I try not to fault him for it because he's older. He's a little older than my mom, so I know where it's coming from. Yeah. But I really am, like, he raised somebody who is very sure of themselves, so I know it's going to go well.
And be proud in that fact, to be raised, you know, to be sure of yourself. That's such a character trait that a lot of people do not have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, you also mentioned a little bit off camera that you're also into stage designing?
Yes. Like I was telling you, I had a little experience that made it to where I found an interest in creating props and set design and everything. So I've been able to flex that muscle a little bit. Yeah. I was employed at Tower Theater for a few years, which was really cool. I got to learn a lot about not only the music industry, but just how stuff is set up for those shows. Yeah. It was really cool. I think that was the best thing I could have done for myself.
That's some hands-on experience for real.
Oh my gosh. And they really poured into me while I was there because they allowed me on their dime to create props, even though it was stuff I had never done before. And I was like, again, I'm sure of myself though. I know if I can read directions, I can do something. So I got to do one of their Halloween shows. I got to make some really dope gravestones out of styrofoam. And like, it was like insulation foam you get from Home Depot.
Yeah.
Like, you just like cut it up and like burn it, and then it's just a whole situation, but it allowed me to do that. And then the first mural that they had at Beer City, I did. And it's just stuff like that. Like,
That
they
is
just
so
really
dope.
poured into me in that, like, you know, that adventure that I was on. So yeah.
Yes. What other projects have you gotten to, or is there a project that you'd like to do, or an artist you want to work with?
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to work with just about anybody, especially if I like your music. But this year, when it comes to set design, I just did a music video for, it's called Sailor in the Dock. It's something new coming on Main Street in the city. They had a music video that they shot in there, and they asked me to be the set designer for it. So I did all the scenes that you guys are going to see. I did not think that was going to be so much work, but it was the most tiring thing I think I've done this year. Like, seriously, like, and I didn't think like, oh, I'm going to need a team. Like, I needed like 10 people, and I had maybe, like, my boyfriend was sweet. He came and helped me out.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, it's a lot of work to set up like a whole 5 scenes.
People don't think about that.
Yeah, I sure didn't. So, but as far as like projects, musically, this year I dropped a single called "Wasting Time." It's a little islandy, like dance bop, which I love. Like,
for the summer.
yeah. So, but my goal is to drop like 10 singles this year. I don't really feel like dropping an EP. I might, maybe. But I just feel like just getting music out there, like things like Busted Wide are not available to stream, and people keep asking me for it. So I'm like, maybe I should just go ahead and focus on giving people what they want, what I've been singing for the past 3 years, and I don't have for them. You know what I mean?
You should.
I might, but I don't know. I don't want the label of a freak when people see me. I mean, it is what it is. You call a duck a duck. But, I mean, I just don't want people to know that. You know what I mean?
Right. It's just a little bit, the intimate part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's just a fun song when I feel like the crowd is like, right? I'm like, I'm going to bust it out. I'm going to bust out Busted Wide.
Yes. Now, one of my favorite songs by you features original flow.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite song by you.
Really? Saturn.
It really is.
Yeah,
Yes.
Saturn is that's one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. Cause
It's so fucking pretty.
Thank you.
I love that song. What was the inspiration behind that?
So as we were talking about off camera, I'm a Capricorn. And if you're into like astrology and all that, then the Capricorn's ruling planet is Saturn. And so that was kind of like, with the whole semi-wreck I talked about and everything. The partner that I was with at the time, after that, he became very alcoholic.
Oh.
Yeah, it was very whack. And so it was very whack. And so he just started drinking a lot and all these other things. And I was just like, man, like, I'm going back home. Like, I need to go back.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like took that narrative and made it kind of like tied in with astrology and space, because I've been calling myself an alien since I was like in 8th grade.
Aww.
And so I just kind of like tied it all in together, and that's how Saturn was born. It's like Saturn's my home base, so I'm going back to Saturn.
I love that song, guys. I love seeing you perform live too. I think the first time I saw you, it was at Kindred Spirits, maybe.
Oh wow, really? Which one? I did it twice, and the first one was rough. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think it was the first one.
Really?
I do. Was Serafina? Did you ever perform with Serafina?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
That might have been the first time that I saw you perform.
That might have been the last time. Because I had Isaiah on drums, Serafina on keys, and then Tiffany on bass.
Yes.
So that was the second time.
Okay. It was the second time. You did so good.
Thank you. I appreciate that for real. I love them. Shout out to Serafina, Tiffany, and Isaiah. They're all fantastic musicians.
I love them. Can you believe I've been knowing Serafina and Isaiah since 2nd or 3rd grade?
Oh my
at
God,
Millwood.
that's so sweet. See,
It really
that's
is.
awesome.
I love to see people, who I grew up with, and we're all in the mix. We're all in the mix. It's
I
so
love
exciting. Yes. Now I want to talk about your outfits, because anytime I see you, you are dressed to the nines.
Oh wow.
What
thank
is
you.
your fashion inspiration? Do you have like anybody who dresses you, or it's all you?
It's usually on me. There was a time where a stylist named Maya was dressing me, but I don't work with her any longer, but she did a great job while she was styling me, because she kind of like helped me we had a similar body type, so she helped me kind of learn my body a little more, and I was like really shy. Like at first, when I first started dressing, I would just like wear really crazy stuff, but I was like more modest.
Yeah.
But after she started styling me, and even after she stopped, I just kind of was like, man, I got this body, and I might as well just show it. You know what I mean? Like, so, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, though, I style myself, and right now my boyfriend, he's a fashion designer, and he, does some styling himself. He'll help me. I'll ask his opinion on things, and yeah, I'll just be like, what do you think about this band? He's like, I don't like them pants. Like, he's really honest, so he'll be like, I don't like them pants, so I need you to change that, but everything else looks great. I'm like, okay.
But that's good. You need somebody to be honest and critique you like that, because don't have me leaving the house looking crazy.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, hey, I represent you, you represent me, we gotta look right. So, but my inspirations, though, are probably like, Rihanna's always been a great, because she has this like tomboyish but like feminine. It's like a good line of the two. In fact, I'm wearing Savage X Fenty kind of suit right now. Yeah, I do love her line and just what she's been doing with fashion since she got on the scene, honestly. So she's definitely one of my biggest like inspirations. And then also, like, when I was younger, I loved Janelle Monáe because I love black a lot. And she used to wear black and white only. She still sometimes does. Yeah, she only would wear black and white. So I kind of took on that too. So yeah, but I have a couple, but those are probably the two biggest ones.
I can see that if you guys take a look at like her Instagram and the different things that she posts, you can definitely see those two influences.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Now we're gonna switch gears.
Okay.
As you know, we do like to play a little game on this show called "Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?"
Okay, I love games. Okay.
Listamos. All right. The first question, and I knew that you were into like planets and stuff, so I wanted to kind of like.
Oh no. Okay, I'm about to be exposed, but go ahead.
No. This is easy.
Okay.
Earth is located in what galaxy?
The Milky Way?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it.
I was like, the Milky Way?
Yes. Okay, my next one. This is not plant related. Plant or planet.
Right.
Right. Okay, so the second one says, opposite angles in a parallelogram are called what?
Girl, what? Opposite angles in a
parallelogram are called what?
Opposite angles in a parallelogram.
Audience, y'all can help her.
Oh my gosh. I love geometry too, and I'm like, you said parallelogram, and it kind of threw me for a loop. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We ain't heard that word in a minute.
I ain't heard that word in so long. I said, what? A little?
You asking me the type of angles are, right? Opposite angles
are called what kind of angles?
It's not obtuse. No, it's not acute. It's not any of that. It's.
Hold on, give me a second.
We thinking hard on the wave talk, y'all.
Oh my God.
It's right there on my head.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
You say it, I'm be mad.
I'm doing too much at once.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Let me focus.
I'm be pissed off.
I know, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be like, I literally was thinking that and I didn't say it.
Yeah, man, hold on.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let y'all.
You gonna wait?
I'm gonna let y'all
be
think
here for
on
a minute,
it.
y'all.
Unless y'all want me to tell you.
I know the word. I know the word.
each other, that can't. I don't even know.
I can't think of it right now.
Not perpendicular.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
I
God.
was right there.
And I was a
Not
geometry
adjacent.
bitch. What the fuck?
I took geometry my freshman year, and I do not remember a lot.
I'm mad.
I know. Yeah, go ahead.
Y'all want to know?
Yeah.
Complimentary.
Oh, God, I said it in my head already.
Opposite.
I said, no, that's too easy. Complimentary.
See, I'm thinking of the color wheel though when I hear
Right.
complimentary.
But that's what it is. Complimentary angles.
It's complimentary.
They opposite each other.
And complimentary is opposite.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey,
I knew that.
the more you
Sorry,
know on the
guys.
wave talk.
The
man.
more you know on the wave talk.
That was that part.
Okay, but I'm not gonna forget it again. 'Cause I
Right.
hate getting shit wrong.
You can take that knowledge to somebody else.
100%.
Now, this one's kind of long, so we got to listen.
Okay.
It's a lot of fluff, but the answer is simple. What is the name of the positively charged subatomic particle that appears in the nucleus of all atoms?
A proton.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Positively charged. That's right. Okay, and our last one. When writing out a fraction, the numbers above and below the vinculum are called what?
You said what now?
Is that the line?
Oh, okay. So
You know this.
the bottom is the denominator.
Right.
The top though,
It's the same word almost, but it start
denominator, and then
and then
I just really try to think. Because I always say the common denominator is, but I never say the
Right, because the column
You started with what?
denominator.
N. Is it just denominator? No.
numerator.
Numerator. Okay, damn.
It's numerator.
Hey, I gotta have fun on
You
that.
did. I'll give it to you.
Numerator is damn near numerator. So if she,
I was about to give it to her. She was like,
Nah,
close.
Nah.
She don't want it.
Nah, I don't want it if I didn't get it right.
right there. You got it right there.
She did. I gotta start giving out prizes. I will for every past guest. I'm gonna give them something too. I'm gonna figure it out. But back into it.
Okay.
Who are your musical inspirations?
Like we said, Amy
Yeah.
Winehouse is one.
I love Amy. What's your
Surprisingly
favorite Amy
enough-
song?
Ooh, okay, so I sing Love is Blind a lot, her version of it, but her Frank album was so good. Take the Box.
I was just about to say that. I can
Take
hit you
the
right
box.
now. I was just about to say that. Yes, that's my favorite
Take
one.
the Box is such a good one. She's like,
I love that song.
Moschino bra, you got me last Christmas. Put it in the box, put it in the box.
Face
In there, and I don't care. Nope.
Come on. And I don't care.
Yeah.
That one and Wake Up Alone.
Oh, that's a really good.
And I
Honestly,
wake
that whole Back to Black album though. That's what got me hooked. That's the one that was shown to me. The
Girl.
I know Back to Black front to back. Like it's so freaking good. It's like
I
a
hated
diary.
to see her demise. That hurt my feelings. And I was younger whenever she passed away, but it still hurt my feelings.
It really hurt. I was over there when she passed, and I was like, "Are you serious?"
Right.
It really hurt because it was like it was that toxic relationship. That's like, you know, your partner is supposed to help you grow, not keep you
Right.
down. You know what I mean? And she was getting better when she was away from
was,
him.
and she
But
went
as soon as
back.
they got back together,
It was done.
it's shortly after that she was gone. And I'm like, damn, like that was my girl. And then they had her, is it posthumous when you like pass her posthumous project with another jazz singer? I can't remember his name, but
Was he older?
he's older.
I remember
yes.
which
Is it
the one.
Tony? It's not. Is it Tony? Something. Well, anyway,
I know
you know
what
who
you're
I'm
talking about,
talking
yeah.
about. And so yeah, that was really cool that they did that. But it's still not. It sucks that we're never gonna get anything new from her because she was just such a beautiful creative mind. And the way she wrote, like I said, was so honest and like it was beautifully done and honest. You know what I mean?
And
so
raw.
It's just so raw. So shout out Amy, we miss you.
Even Valerie.
Yeah, literally. Everything, just everything.
Okay, just everything. I'm sorry. I didn't even mean to interrupt you. Keep going with your
I'm emotional.
inspirations.
It's okay. I'm emotional now, but it's okay. Then actually someone who, because I love rock as well, and I might even like go into alternative rock in the future.
I can see that.
Especially since a lot of my crowds are like predominantly white. Like I get booked in a lot of predominantly white spaces.
Run it up.
But Kings of Leon actually is
I
so
love
fire.
Kings of Leon.
Yes, Kings of Leon is such a great band. I feel
Come
like
on.
they don't get enough credit.
I agree.
And I didn't even know they were from here again until I moved here.
Huh?
That's why they opened Scissortail Park.
I had no idea.
Yes, if you were at the opening of Scissortail Park, they were the
wasn't.
band that got to like kind of christen the stage.
That is
And it's 'cause
crazy.
they grew up here for a while.
I gotta get Kings of Leon on her. I gotta get Kings of Leon on the Wave Talk.
Kings of Leon is fire.
That would
I mean,
be so
and they're
fucking
all-
tight if I could do that.
Yeah, they're all brothers and like one cousin, I think.
Really?
It's like 3 brothers and a cousin. I love Kings of Leon. Like
the
they're
sex
so
is
awesome.
on fire.
Yes.
Come on, baby.
Who else?
That's crazy.
Weirdly enough, because I like space and stuff, there's an artist. All these are like completely different from each other, but I love them for different reasons. But there's an artist that I would love everyone to tap into. She's completely independent, and she shows that you can do it without the backing of a label and the backing of, you know, people who want to just control your art. Her name is Sev Deliza, and she's a very, oh my God, she's like Dutch Iranian, and she does like electronic music, which I've been tapping into a lot more. But she's just so dope. Like she really takes, like she did a whole music video. Her name's Sev Deliza. That's Sevdaliza. And she the first song I heard from her was called Human. And it was just like this like sexy but dark kind of electronic song. And I think everybody should tap into her.
I'm gonna tap into her.
Oh yeah, and she's so like into her art that you don't know what's a lie and what's truth. Like there was a comment that was like, I don't even know if you're actually pregnant or if this is a part of your art. You know what I mean? Like you could have a prosthetic belly on right now, and we would be like, okay,
No, right. It's just the art.
you literally. So that's another one.
Okay.
And
I'm
of
gonna
course
look into that.
Beyonce, but I mean that's every little black.
Did
girl,
you love the
like-
Renaissance album?
I did, but I feel like I didn't love it more than other albums.
I had to go back and revisit it, and it does hold a different place. I feel like with every album that any of them drop, I have to listen to it, and it holds a different place. But I never put one above the other. I can't.
Yeah, with her it's kind of hard, but I
Which
feel
one's your
like,
favorite?
I feel like Self-Titled. That's a good one.
I remember when
That's
that
a
came
really good
out.
one.
What a
Yeah.
moment!
Yeah, she did
what
a
a
damn thing with
moment.
Self-Titled. But yeah, she just, I mean, man. Now I'm like, well, was it Self-Titled though? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna give it to Self-Titled. But she
What's
just,
number 2 for you?
2? I say Lemonade.
I was just about to say Lemonade.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lemonade was pretty good too.
I was gonna say Lemonade.
Especially where I was at in life when that
Yes.
came out. It was a good time to have it come out. So.
I went to go see her in Houston during that tour.
Oh my God, I would actually implode if I saw Beyonce
Oh, you
with
haven't?
my actual eyes.
Girl, I saw her when she came to Oklahoma City and I cried. I
heard
saw
that
her
that
in
was
New
a
Orleans
okay
and I
show.
cried. And I saw her in Houston and I cried.
Yeah.
Beyonce just does something to me. It's something about them vocals, and if you ain't ever seen, like, whenever we talk about performances and people try to like compare her to other people, there's none to compare her to, because
No.
you're not gonna get that level of choreography, that level of production, and the vocals are still there.
They're
Honey, the
crisp.
mic is on every single
every time. And I love how over her career her voice has deepened. 'Cause
I
that
do
happens
too.
That happens with a lot of black women. Like our voices naturally get deeper as
That
we get
happened to Mary J.
older.
Blige too.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'll listen to something from her Destiny's Child days, and then I'll listen to something now, and I'm like, it's just like so rich and just like grown.
So
you know what I mean?
full.
So yeah. But I was gonna ask you really quick because you've gone to shows in a couple other cities. As a performer, I noticed this. Okay, and I'm gonna test it out when I have my shows in Texas later this month. Do you feel like Oklahoma crowds are a little too mild?
They are.
Yes, 1,010%.
That's not just music. That's Oklahoma.
Everywhere.
Everybody. In
Okay, I thought it was
And I
just
feel like
me.
because they ain't never been nowhere, so they don't know how to act.
Yeah.
They don't know how to turn up, live.
Oklahoma,
Support.
This is the truth. This is the real reason. Right? I'm gonna give it to y'all. This is
Let's
science
hear it.
behind Oklahoma.
Okay.
It's
D
because
right.
Oklahoma has never had the confidence to like something
Yep.
just because they like it.
Right. Okay.
So
I feel
they
that.
won't do
I
that
do
in the
too. I
crowd.
feel
They
that.
won't clap and nothing until you say so.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody else is just doing it.
Yeah. You feel
Because
like.
we're a follower state, and so in a sense of supporting. That's why we don't even support Oklahoma until
Yep.
everybody else do.
Exactly.
We don't support nothing until everybody else say it's good enough.
Exactly. And I
I
have
agree.
noticed that.
Validation
I
by
have
everybody else
too.
first. That's why even Oklahomans themselves, if
Yeah.
another state, going crazy in that crowd, they wasn't doing that shit at home.
Right.
Because everybody else is being cool. So you gonna all sit there, you gonna all sit there.
Yeah.
That's why I said, like, they ain't
I've
never been, they ain't
that.
seen
No,
how
don't
everybody else,
expect
like,
to claim-
live.
We won't claim our own shit. We won't say this is tight. We won't say our own shit is beautiful. We just now starting to love Oklahoma.
That's
Right.
true.
Oklahoma, we've been ashamed of
Which is
Oklahoma.
crazy.
We've been like not proud
should've
of it.
been
We've
loving
like,
her.
Yeah.
So even outside shit, we don't know how to show them love. We don't know how to show ourselves love.
Yeah.
So it's like a scorned person that don't know how to love itself.
Yeah, and
That's what
so,
Oklahoma is.
and this is no hate to Oklahoma artists
Yeah.
because I consider myself an Oklahoma artist, even though I'm not originally from here, but I started here. But there is a crab in a bucket mentality here.
That's-
They do not want to
It's-
see anybody
it's
really
for fear.
rise
It's
for real.
tactic. It's because they
crazy.
scared. They scared that if you make it, I won't.
What's crazy is like,
Which is the
no,
opposite.
I'm all, it's exact
'Cause when
opposite
one of
because
us
the
makes it, we all
blessings are
do.
next
Once the
door.
open,
Yeah.
The blessings are next door, and especially if we have had a good rapport and you've never done me wrong, why wouldn't I extend some help to you?
That's because people think they still think that it's making it out of Oklahoma. That's what they think it's. They think that's the goal. Well, you got to make it, and somebody's gonna like fish you out of here,
Right.
And then, but you're the only one's gonna get picked because nobody's gonna get picked. That's how they looking at it. It's
Right.
not
I'm
that.
like,
It's
that's
not
silly.
like that.
Really is-
That's really
our
silly.
Industry is gonna
It's
get set
sad.
here. We don't have the industry here yet. So people,
It's
they're
coming.
not looking at it right.
Yeah.
When it really gets set up here, it's gonna be here. Nothing's gonna be for you to be scared of not making it. It's gonna be here.
Yeah.
Opportunities are gonna flourish. It's already happening.
Yes,
They're
with
just not
film
opening
and
their
everything.
eyes.
In real time.
Yeah.
Everything is happening. Oklahoma
In
is
real
a hub
time.
Yeah.
for entertainment right now.
Yeah, which is crazy because Tulsa versus OKC. I've been traveling up to
I hate
Tulsa
that,
a lot, but I see the major
different.
difference.
It
Tulsa's
is.
different.
It's night and day.
Because Tulsa isn't like Oklahoma people. Like I say, we're scared to love ourselves. That's really
No,
an
they're-
OKC thing.
Yeah, Tulsa
out
turn
there.
up.
I love them.
Tulsa turn
Tulsa
up.
got-
They
knowledge
do
of
have
themselves,
history.
and they got confidence in knowing who we are.
Exactly.
They know my shit is dope. They know
Exactly.
That, so they
Tulsa
support
hit
them
hard.
Like that.
Yes,
they
and
don't
it-
wait on somebody to tell them they good.
I mean,
They
I
do
went up
that.
there for like maybe a
I love
month.
Tulsa. Tulsa is a
For a
different
month,
vibe.
and they just the way that I
It's a
was
different vibe.
embraced and loved, and then like invited to this day. To this day, they still want me to come out there, or they'll come all the way out here for stuff. Yes, it's love up there in Tulsa. Shout out to Tulsa. Shout out to
Tulsa.
Because they are, I mean, shout out to all the artists I love up there. Amani, you never need to have her on this show. She's amazing.
Okay.
And like, I mean, they will come in flocks.
No, they will.
Like they
Tulsa
like,
gonna show up. They gonna show up.
yeah, every time. I love
Let me
it.
find out about my Tulsa brethren.
Let
me find out.
I was raised thinking I didn't. Because on some regular Oklahoma City mentality shit, you think you don't.
Right.
And then whenever I went to school in Stillwater, it was a few niggas that I met that I was like, I didn't have no problem with them. I was just like, man, ain't my type of niggas.
Ah.
But I found out it was just, you know, that's just what it is.
Right, it's just
Niggas
the
I ain't
misconception.
niggas.
It's the misconception, right?
So that
Yeah.
It ain't just because it's Tulsa.
No, when I actually visited and I actually spent time out there and I actually met people and
Oh,
actually
yeah.
came with the community, man, Tulsa is fucking dope. Man.
They are
You
amazing
can't
up there.
miss out there in Tulsa. I'm mad that I went to OSU and not Langston.
Same. I wanted to go to Langston so bad, and my mom was talking so much shit. Don't go there, it's ghetto. That's an HBCU, baby.
We had an HBCU. We didn't take advantage of it. We fucking crazy. We went to
Sick.
other schools.
Sick. Cheapest university I could have went to.
I owe these niggas to this day.
Right.
And I went to UCO.
Oh, you the same.
I went to O State. I ain't paying nobody back,
Right,
but
they ain't getting that back.
I should have went to fucking Langston. I even wanted to go to Prairie View in Texas, and my daddy was like, "That's like going to Langston."
I should have went to
He said that's like going. I'm like, okay.
I should have went to Prairie View.
But that's how our elder black generation looked at it. It was a down thing. They could go to HBCU. That's
How could you be so silly to say that just because they had some issues? Ugh.
That's exactly what it is.
Where you supposed to go to them schools?
Let them take a year
Imagine if Bill Cosby went to an HBCU.
A little siesta.
Right. It would be a completely different
Imagine him and
thing.
his wife went to HBCU. Well, she did.
Yeah, she did.
Did Bill Cosby?
I don't remember, but you know they had Hillman.
That wasn't a real college, though.
I know that, but that's what made a lot of people want to go.
Didn't she?
You asked, I don't remember.
I'm just saying. That
I've never seen an
But
episode.
he's trying to do
of Cosby.
trivia on me. I'm just playing. You ain't never seen the Cosby Show? Pause. I'm so sorry. You've never seen the Cosby Show?
I wasn't raised
But I was
here
like, they
during
didn't
that
do the
time.
Cosby Show overseas, huh?
Cosby Show wasn't all that.
It wasn't syndicated?
You didn't watch it like that.
Shit, I did.
Well, you probably was around.
You didn't either?
I've never seen a lot
See, they younger,
of.
they younger.
I've had my black card revoked multiple times.
Okay.
Same. It's okay, though.
So,
No, but
Yeah.
it's
Black is not a monolith.
thank you. Thank you.
Literally.
Literally.
Gotta be. That's
Our generation was
crazy.
the last generation watching it, and really only because we spent time
Because they used to show reruns on BET.
all the time.
I'm not 30 yet. I'm not 30.
I was gonna say
I
how.
look, I don't want
Wait,
to.
off the record.
I'm almost 30, but I'm not 30 yet.
I'm almost.
I'm almost 30, but I'm not there
How
yet.
about you? How old are you?
I'll be 32 in June.
Okay, okay. How about you?
29 in December.
Okay. See,
What about
mine
you?
really don't crack.
Okay.
A baby? Wait. We're not doing that. I'm grown at this age.
You definitely are. But I'm just like,
I've gotten that since I got on the scene. They're like, oh, you're such a baby. Hell no.
I'm a
I see the
grown-ass
babies now. Now I see why y'all said that. But I'm not a baby anymore.
Nah, she
I
not.
feel like that. I remember when I was like,
Nah,
just said it all on
I've earned the right to not
Yeah,
be
you
called a baby
grown up.
anymore.
every
She grown up.
Because
Because 25, you're not on the, you over the hill now.
You can
When
read
you
the
20
card.
anything, once you start getting 20
25.
plus, you start feeling grown at every age.
You
You're
feel
21,
grown.
You think 21-year-olds now, you can't tell them shit. They think they grown.
Big
They do.
grown.
They grown in the motherfucker. You
Yeah,
can't
my
tell
partner,
21-year-olds
he's
that.
22.
Because they've been grown to them. They've been grown for 3 years or so. Since they was 18, they think. You
Literally.
can't tell them nothing.
But
They
again-
put in time. Hey, I've been grown for.
I been
Yeah,
grown.
right.
Yeah, that's
Especially
funny.
depending on what, like, if they're the oldest, then they really think they're grown, for sure.
Nah, for
They're
real.
like, nah, I've raised 3 kids already at 18.
That was
now."
me.
Yeah.
That was me. I'm the oldest of 5 boys.
That's-
But
Oh
even
my
whenever I
God.
was 21, I've never felt grown. And I feel like that's strange, but I've never,
Like, man, I'm trying to get there.
I
Yeah.
still don't feel
I'm grown.
grown. I feel
I'm
childish
grown.
as shit.
I'm grown.
I feel like a child. I don't even feel like I am this
I be forgetting that I'm
age.
the
Right.
age that my
I
parents
do.
were at when I was growing up. I'm like, I'm the age.
I was like, damn,
Right,
my
like, they
mom was
already
this
had 2
age.
kids, yeah.
My mom was this age, and them like,
Yeah.
they felt older than me though. I'm like, nah, they was really.
And that's what I say. I'm like, our generation of adults is different. We're just childish.
Yeah.
We're
I
so
I probably like a high school mindset.
Right,
I think
we
so.
so chat.
Because we got that double world. So
And now my mama's starting to revert to that because she's into social media, so she's starting to act like us.
Because online it's fun.
My mama a big ass kid.
They fun life on the metaverse, but
Man, don't even talk to me about the metaverse right
Ugh.
now, because I'm like, I am for the advancement of
It's real.
technology, but I'm not for the obsolescence
Going
of
too far.
reality.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
crossing that point.
I see, and I'm mad about it
Nobody-
because people
Because
need to
it's
go
like
touch
we can't go
grass.
back. It's
Nobody
scary.
know what's real no more. People are living in fake.
We live in a
This AI
simulation
change.
now.
Yeah, that's why I say I have a
AI
saying.
changes
I always say, may the simulation be in your favor, because
Oh,
oh my God,
It's
like
definitely a simulation.
it's 100% a simulation.
And you can see it in real
seen
life, in
people-
real time. Like, now wait a minute, that shit wasn't there not too long. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what
Like,
I'm
shit.
saying.
Or that shit already happened.
Or it already
I've seen that.
happened. I just
Yeah,
saw
the deja
that.
vu be
Deja vu was so
strong.
real.
It's so strong.
I be trying to explain it to people. Word for word.
And I said it. I told.
Yes.
I had some witnesses there, so they see.
Yep.
I'm like, nah, you better need it. And they're like, damn. I'm like, yeah, on God, they wouldn't do this 3 times.
Right.
We done already did it, which makes me think that we exist in another universe,
Well,
just
I
in
believe
different.
whenever
It's
everybody
different
say
versions of me.
Everything that's ever happened has already happened at once. Everything
Yeah.
happened at once.
I mean, they say there's
Everything.
nothing new under the sun anyway.
That's right.
So-
So Carter, you born at the same time you die. So it's all happening
I do
at once.
believe
It's all
there's a switch over.
instantaneous.
Yeah, I do believe that.
Everything
So-
is instant. So
I've
Because
been here
energy
before.
can't be destroyed, and that's
It
what
cannot.
It's all here.
It cannot
we are.
be
It's recycled.
destroyed.
It goes
all
into
here.
something
Don't
else.
go nowhere.
So, hey,
We get deep on the way.
hey,
Talk if y'all didn't
we
know.
might want to shut up though,
He's just
because you never know. Them
synonymous.
peoples might be listening.
Shit, the people is listening.
Them peoples is listening. You never know.
People be
They don't want us to know.
These fucking iPhones. That's what's listening.
Oh yeah, we surrounded.
Yeah, we're surrounded by ops, unfortunately.
Surrounded.
Yes, but talk to us about what the next 5 years look like for you. What are you hoping to do, or where are you wanting to take this?
So the next 5 years, I hope to continue to like grow my music. Obviously, I'm hoping that I'm well far past I'm hoping I'm traveling outside of the U.S. even, so that I can go back to the U.K. and sing over there, and just I want to travel with my music because I think that's such a blessing.
It is.
But I also want to get back into booking. I had a show called Nights in Neo Soul, and
I remember.
I want to keep that baby alive. She's on dormant right now,
Okay.
but I do want to continue to be able to, like, any knowledge I have, share that with the people I book, because that's literally what the whole reason was. You know, that's
Right.
why I was doing it in the first place. So I want to grow that. I want to be a really awesome talent buyer / booker. And then hopefully, what is that? How old? I'll be 30.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'm financially free.
Yes.
I want to have passive income. I want to have properties or some kind of, something that I can call mine, that's truly mine. And then I just want to be happy.
Absolutely.
I know
All in
life's going to
all.
have ups and downs, but I just
It
want to be
will.
happy overall. So, yeah.
Yes. Any advice that you would give to your younger self growing up?
Yes, don't listen to people who are trying to just tear you down, because there's something in you that they see that will make you rise above. So that's why they're
Yeah.
trying to keep you down in the first place. But just keep doing what you love. Don't even let yourself tear you down. Just keep elevating. Make sure that you're continuing to grow and continuing to progress, and just be a better person and be a good person.
Be a good
Be a
fucking
good person, because it'll take you very far, not being mean or bad to people.
Don't skip past that part.
Yeah, be a good person. Don't just be a smart and progressive person. Be a good person.
It's overlooked. People overlook how important that is.
It's just being a down as like a good
Yeah.
ass person.
Even if it's undervalued. fuck
Just-
it. Don't
right,
do
Yeah,
it.
still
exactly.
be a
That's
good
not why you
person.
do it. You're not doing it for them.
Right.
No, you
I'm a good
yourself.
person for me.
Right.
Exactly.
So-
it's the most healing feeling you can get.
Exactly.
Most healing feeling you can
Knowing
get.
did
Right.
something right. On me.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a
Be a
t-shirt.
good person.
Be a good person.
and
That's
make
the
sure
most
other
healing
people
feeling
around you are good people too.
You gotta
Because-
surround
oh
yourself
my
by
God.
good
I tell people
people.
that all the
You're
time,
only as good as
cliche
your.
that saying is,
Yeah.
it's true, is you can't change the world until you change yourself. 'Cause that's how you change the world. If everybody literally made the changes to themselves,
to change
everybody,
themselves, right.
We all changed ourselves to be the best person we could be.
Yeah.
What problems in the world would exist?
Literally.
You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully none. I mean,
Yeah,
we got
right.
nature and stuff. It does what it does.
Nature gonna do her
but-
thing.
Yeah.
We truly did the self work, and we always worked on that. You know, some dark side of us, and we all was able to come to that light. That's the only real way of healing the world, because you can't heal nobody. You can't make nobody else feel another way. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We all gotta
The few
do it.
times I've ever done something that like I I realized was hurtful to somebody, I felt terrible. I felt heavy.
Yeah.
It's
That's
very.
what you're supposed to feel. People that don't feel like that.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Supposed to feel
Yeah, I
Yes.
felt terrible.
You're supposed
Anytime
to
I've
feel
ever
like
done something
shit.
wrong to somebody, I feel terrible
That's why
about it, and I
it's
do
not a lot of
apologize.
teaching that
Yeah.
used to go on with right or wrong. It's already embedded in us. You can feel it.
You can feel
We get
it.
taught how to not feel it. We get taught how to get away from it and detach yourself. And they teach us their own definition
Yeah.
of right and wrong.
Yeah.
But you know that already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right, you know that already.
Yes,
You know
it's
that
in
shit's
there.
not
right in your
right.
heart, right in your stomach. You can feel it.
Right
Good
before you
and
do
bad.
it, yes.
Yeah.
That's why you can feel it with your parents.
And that's why they say
natural
trust your
love.
gut.
It's a real bond. It's a real feeling. Energy don't lie. That's for
Yeah,
real.
I feel like people are teaching from such a selfish perspective these days,
Facts.
like, and it's
Facts.
ruining society
Because
all
everybody
over the
think they got it
world.
Right. Everybody think they figured it out and they want you to know what I know. Or they want you to live like I
Yeah,
live.
like
They
it's
want you to do
like,
what I
first
do.
of all, that's not even my business, because at the end of the day, when I am taking my last breath, it's just gonna be me,
I was
solo
about to say, people
dolo.
not
I was
So-
saying that yesterday.
We're not
like,
respecting everybody's path of life, like we should. Everybody's path of life is as unique as their fingerprint. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
So you can't teach nobody how to live their life.
That's
Right.
right.
You can tell them how you live in your life. You can't
Exactly.
And it's up to them if
I
they
can
want
tell you what works
to
for
adapt
me.
any of
Even your
that.
own kids, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
even your own children, even in relationships with the
No,
partner.
facts. All of that. Everything is unique to itself. So it's like
Right.
you can give them your spiel, but at the end of the day, you gotta let go. And that's the meaning of let go and let God. Everybody
Yep.
got their own. You know, it's like I don't know.
It's the human experience.
Not for real.
That's what we're talking about on the Wave Talk, guys. But yes, I did enjoy our interview. I loved talking with you. Whenever
Yeah.
you do bring back your show, please let us know so we can pull up and do a little interview for your welcome back, for your premiere, your relaunch, whatever you want to call it.
I would love to have you guys for real. So thank you.
Yes, absolutely. So go ahead and let everybody know anything that's coming up for you, where to find you on social media platforms and streaming platforms.
Okay, well, you on streaming platforms, you can find me on literally everything: Tidal, Apple, YouTube Music, Spotify. A lot of people use Spotify.
I do.
And yeah, just literally even Audio Mac. Like I don't even know what that is, but it's on there.
It's on there.
Also, my handles are NIAXMONE on most things. Nia Mone. Don't forget the accent at the end, okay? And yeah, coming up, like I said, I'm my goal, and I'm saying it here so I can be accountable.
That's right.
I'm wanting to drop 10 singles this year, so
We
we're gonna
counting
do
it.
it.
So what, you got 9 more?
Yeah,
to do?
Yeah, I
We
have
got 9
wasting
more.
time, and I've already got 3 lined up, so I just need to drop them. Just have fun with it.
Yes, do a listening party or something. A cute little party where you just play your drops or something.
Yeah, literally just have
cute.
I mean, yeah, I need to find somebody who like will host it. I know Grinmore. I think they might want to do it. I love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm Nia Monet. Thank you.
Yes, of
Wave Talk
course.
for having me. I've been wanting to be on the show, and I'm glad that you asked me. Yeah, so thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, guys. Well, make sure you stay tuned. We'll be back with our closing segment. Oh, yay! Welcome back to the Wave Talk. I want to give a huge thank you to our guest today, Mrs. I say Mrs. You're not married. She may be
Not
married
yet.
to right. Okay, we had a fest. To Miss Nia Monet. I loved our eccentric conversation. I loved hearing about her experiences, traveling all across the world. So fucking dope, y'all. If you haven't met her, make sure y'all tap in with her and follow her on her journey. I'm so excited to watch her growth. But as I do on every episode, I have a closing quote. And I'm not going to tell you where I got it from because I didn't get it from Tumblr this time. I'm lying. I did get it from Tumblr. Okay. But the quote is simple. It just reminds me of myself. And it says, I'm always so hard on myself for no reason. Like, chill the fuck out. We on the same team, bitch. I really need to adapt that into my life because I feel like I'm so hard on myself. And it's like, you're literally doing the best with what you have. And I feel like we all should live that way. Just be kinder to yourself because whenever you're mean, you're actually just being mean to yourself. You're putting out bad vibes and it's coming right back to you. So be easy on yourself, do your best every day, and just show up, be present. And that's all you can do. And like she said earlier, be a good person, period. Just be a good person. Nobody likes shiesty people. But anyways, I want to give a huge shout out to New Wave or No Wave, the home team. Shout out to my cap. I want to give a huge shout out to Life Media 405 on Instagram and social media platforms. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at The Wave Talk Official. Don't forget, we also have a new email address, y'all. thewavetalkofficial@gmail.com. And please don't forget, guys, it's a talk show, not a podcast. See you for the next episode of The Wave Talk.